walking up the King's Highway. There is joy in knowing with him I'm going. I'm walking up the King's Highway. It's a highway to heaven. None can walk up there. Not the pure in heart. It's a highway to heaven. Well, I'm walking up the King's Highway. Well, I'm on my way to heaven. So am I. On my way to heaven. So am I. On my way, let me hear that out. On my way to heaven. So am I. Hallelujah, glory. I am walking up the King's Highway. Well, I don't have to worry. I don't have to hurry. Walking up the King's Highway. You see Christ walks beside me. I've got angels to guide me. I'm walking up the King's Highway. It's a highway to heaven. None can walk up there. None are pure in heart. It's a highway to heaven. Walking up the King's Highway. I'm going to hear you sing it tonight. Well, I'm on my way to heaven. So am I. On my way to heaven. Is anybody on your way to heaven? On my way to heaven. Hallelujah, glory. I am walking up the King's Highway. You see, I don't have to worry. I don't have to hurry. Walking up the King's Highway. You see, Christ walks beside me. I got angels to guide me. I'm walking up the King's Highway. It's a highway to heaven. None can walk up there. But the pure in heart. Woo! It's a highway to heaven. You see, I'm walking up the King's Highway. Well, it's a highway. It's a highway. It's a highway up to heaven. But the pure in heart. I said it's a highway. It's a highway. It's a highway up to heaven. Walking up the King's Highway. Let's sing that again. Well, it's a highway. It's a highway. It's a highway up to heaven. None can walk up there. It's a highway. It's a highway. It's a highway up to heaven. Walking up. Walking up. Walking up the King's Highway. Walking up the King's Highway. I'm shouting up the King's Highway. I'm praising up the King's Highway. I'm dancing up the King's Highway. I'm singing up the King's Highway. Walking up the King's Highway. Woo! Oh, give me praise tonight.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening.
We turn our music down. Welcome in, everybody.
Oh,
We're just having fun. So anyway,
Good
welcome
fun.
to Creekside, everybody.
Yes,
Welcome in.
on
So
a
glad
Tuesday.
everyone's here on a Tuesday night.
Yeah,
And
it's nice.
glad to see everybody. We've got some good things going on. We do have a couple special guests coming up, but our first guests are just going to be a little bit late because of family commitments and things like that. So when they get here, they'll drop into the basement, and then we'll bring them up, and we're going to have some other stuff going on as well. But welcome in, everybody. We want to go through the list first and say hello to everybody.
Absolutely.
And,
it's nice to be here on a Tuesday
night. Yeah. So we're
very nice.
Thankful to have so many folks coming in already. So let's start at
Yes.
the very top. And the first thing was Joe Fix It For You. See the hat? Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
You look so good in blue.
Yes. And the blue.
And our 10 killer shirts.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about that a little bit later. Wow.
Calm yourself, dear. And so thanks for coming in. And Ginger, hello.
Hey,
Glad to
Ginger.
see you as well. And Scotty and Karen, God bless you guys.
Good
now you're
evening.
Here. And Sandy, Dave, God bless you guys. Love you so much.
Just I know him early.
We're glad you're here.
Nothing wrong with that, Sandy.
And I'm just glad to have you here. For sure. And Lee and Carolyn, Fisherman 506.
Hey.
I hope you're feeling better. I know you had an awful bad bunch of flu and cold. Yeah. I'm glad you're here. I know Jesse's here.
Hello, everybody.
Lisa's there somewhere. I'm sure in the background there. And we're going to be hearing from him in just a little bit.
Hey, you never know who you might hear from tonight.
No, so Dot Roper. Hello,
Dot.
Dot. How are
Dot.
you? And sweet Miss Ann. God bless you.
Hey, Miss
Glad
Ann.
to see you here tonight.
She's got her dancing dress on.
Yeah. And
I like that.
Yeah. So welcome in. And glad to again see everybody here. And Jesse, I must say, I like what you said. No worries, folks. Welcome to Creekside Maples on Chronicles Radio Waves. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Gold
cool.
Star, Jesse. Gold Star
go.
For that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it.
Let me see here. So who else? Hey, Matt Smith. Haven't seen you in a bit. Glad you're here. And
so glad
been missing you.
God
bless you. Thanks for coming in. Jennifer Ocean.
Hey, Jennifer.
Welcome, JOH. Glad to see you guys in here tonight. And thanks for coming in. Let me see who else we got in here. Lots of folks. Just really glad to have everybody here. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. And Paul Honeyman, all the way from England. How are you, my friend?
Sir Paul.
So glad to have you here. And welcome in.
He's got his spot of tea.
You got a spot of tea?
I got mine.
Welcome in, Paul. I hope you're doing good. And hope you've made it through the winter.
Yes.
And spring is springing. Although we do have 3 snow days coming up here next week. So go figure.
Mm-hmm.
Snow just isn't going to quit here this year, I don't think. But it won't stick around now because it's getting warmer through the day. Avid, good morning. Or good morning. Good day. I'm so used to Chronicles. Avid Fisherman, good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Whatever it may be. But we're glad that you're here. Thanks for coming in. And Lisa's there working on a project, but listen.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
What would she be working on? I wonder. Stuff. I just wonder.
Yeah. And Miss Jen, hey, how are you?
Hey, Jen.
And again, forgive us. We have not forgotten to email you that.
Yes.
That email, that logo, but
you need to write a note.
We will get it to you. I promise. We will. And we're just, things have been kind of crazy and hectic here for a bit. Mr. Willie. Hello.
Hey, Mr. Willie.
He says, who's that beautiful young lady and her elderly husband? Ha, ha, ha.
He's so funny, isn't he? He's so funny.
Ha, ha, Mr. Willie. I know he's just
funny.
I know he's just teasing. Let's see. That's beautiful, Tony. See?
Yeah.
Joey,
he's got my back.
And the always gorgeous Joni. See?
Oh, thank you.
That's how it works, So you got to
see when you wear his hat, you get compliments like that.
What can I say?
Yeah.
I mean,
there you go.
Yeah. Hey, Virginia. Welcome in.
Virginia.
Glad to have you here with us tonight. God bless you for being here. And let's see who else we got. Lacey, how are you
Lacey?
doing?
Hello,
I'm so
Lacey.
glad to see you. I hope you're having a good
Yeah.
day. I don't know what time it is where everyone else is, but it's a little after 8 o'clock here. So that's just, and it's dark outside. It's dark when we get up in the morning and dark when we go to bed at night. Well, that's the days will get longer here before too long. So welcome into everybody. Arlene, hello.
Hello, Arlene.
Welcome in. So glad to see you. Glad to have you here with us today or tonight. And let me see. Avid's in Virginia. That's where he's at. Paul says, Paul's sitting here drinking his coffee. Coffee, people, not a tea in my place. And using my lazy
No,
days
Tony,
mug.
he's not in Virginia. He's saying hi to her.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what Avid does. Have you never caught that?
Okay.
He just puts everyone's name.
All right. All right. Just
right, Avid? You don't live in Virginia.
Bottom line is I haven't had bacon today.
Oh, you've had other things.
Well, I know, but it wasn't bacon.
Well,
Anyway,
all I can say.
Yeah, well, what can we say?
So Paul's drinking coffee.
Yes, in the Lazy Days mug.
Aw.
Yeah. But
there you go.
Anyway, so welcome in everybody, and I know there's more coming. There'll be more joining us here in a little bit, but I also know there's other lives and other stuff going on as well. And we are going to have some folks come up here in just a little while. But if you were with us on Sunday in Chronicles, which I can see some of you weren't by the names that are here.
Yes, he's in Illinois. Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, we just, wanted to take a few minutes to update everybody on some stuff that's kind of been happening around here. Some things that I know some of you have been wondering about Joni's health. Others been, emailing different things. And but I also want to talk to you. We want to talk to you a little bit about how the tariffs will affect us. We had a chance to there you go, Jesse. And we had a chance to speak in greater depth with the border agents and Canada Customs yesterday. And so anyway, we do have some new information to keep us on the right track with things that way, and we'll explain that in a bit. You want to give them an update on your health?
Well, my health, I am feeling very good. I'm feeling so much better than I had been months back. That being said, I still have no test results back yet. The earliest I would be expecting is the end of March, from what I heard from the doctors. So thank you all for your continued prayers and concern. And I'm just believing that everything is going to be fine.
Yeah. She still has a few things going on. A lot of her symptoms have left, but the biggest thing right now that she deals with is this cough. She cannot seem to get rid of this cough. No one seems to know what it is. We've been to the doctors. They've done scopes. They've done a lot of things, and the cough is what really wears her down now. Some days it's good, she doesn't cough as much. Other days she coughs more. And so, yeah, a little moonshine, right? So we're trying to figure out what the triggers are, what's causing it. But so far, we haven't been able to. No one's given anybody the finger yet, Joey.
You have to ask Jesse about that.
But overall, she is feeling better. Paul says, is your cough a dry, tickly cough, Joni?
I would say more so, yes.
Yeah. And it's not from down here. It's more just, it's like something got in your throat and tickled it, and then it makes you cough.
I have noticed certain foods will aggravate it. And I don't quite understand that because the scope.
Hey, Michael, welcome in.
Michael's Adventures.
Yep.
Oh.
That's what I said.
The scope said that the esophagus is fine.
Yeah.
Now they did take a sample. They said there was an infection in my stomach lining, and I'm waiting on that report. But anyway, overall, compared to how I was last summer, I'm so much better.
More in the back of your throat than further down?
Well, kind of. It almost feels like it's just right here. you know.
Yeah. So anyway, like today now she's had a tough day coughing today.
And I never know when it's going to flare up.
But the thing I noticed is that if we're outside all day, it seems like she does much better with the fresh air and stuff like that. But if she's inside and it's a nasty day outside and the fire's burning and she's cooking stuff and there's all this stuff going on, the air quality inside seems to perhaps affect or trigger some of this coughing. So one thing we're going to do is get you can get an air purifier thing. And so we're going to get one of those, set it up and see if that helps her. I don't know. We're just at this point in the game, it's anyone's guess.
I'm just believing that because it has let up so much and most of my other symptoms have left, I'm just believing this is going to go too.
Virginia, that's a great comment right there. She was allergic to her BP med.
Yes.
Now Joni's not on blood pressure med or anything like that. She is on a thyroid pill once a day. Maybe that's doing it, but she doesn't have any sickness, no cold symptoms, no flu symptoms, nothing like that. But it could be allergy related. We're thinking it's allergy related. Honestly, that's what we're thinking, but who knows? So that's kind of the update on that. Paul said, I had a similar cough for months and doctor couldn't pinpoint the issue with me. I got a cough mixture called Cavonia and used that for a few weeks and it cleared it up. Okay. Yep. I've never heard tell of that.
I did try cough medicine. I've tried about everything. I'm on Flonase right now because the lung specialist recommended it, thought perhaps it could be some sinus issues.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway,
that's that. Another thing that we wanted to just update everybody on, and again, we went over this a lot on Sunday with the Chronicles crew and the Creekside
Creek Freaks.
The Creek Freaks.
Well, these are Creek Freaks too.
Yes, and so there's more in here tonight that weren't there. And so I don't know, a lot of you send us cards and things like that and different things and stuff. So we just want to update everybody to let you understand, help you understand how the tariffs are affecting us personally as a channel. And as you know, there's tariffs now in place that we have to pay on everything coming into Canada.
I better go down
and yeah, she's going to have to go down and get Harley. And so, as we said Sunday, the way that's affecting us is that anything you send us now is going to be affected by those tariffs. So, for example, if you send us, I don't know, a 12-pack of spaghetti, whatever, what happens now is we have to declare that at the border, and then we have to go inside. They have a long list of stuff items there that they will go down through. They'll see what that is worth in Canadian money. And then we have to pay, the duties, the tariffs and taxes on that. So what it's working out now is that everything that we come across with is now costing us about 40% on, basically on the dollar. An example to help you understand even better, normally we can buy a gallon of milk, because a gallon of milk here in Canada is like $8.50. It's very expensive. So we always went across the border and we could get it for, $2.50, $3, whatever. But, and even with the exchange rate, it may have brought the total price up to $4.50 or something like that. But now a gallon of milk, if we go over into the US to buy it in Holton and we bring it across, now we have to declare it. Now we have to pay this tariff on it. And so a gallon of milk that cost basically $3 in Holton, Maine, will now cost us $8.52 basically when we come through the border. So now we have to pay that on everything. So everything that you ship to us, and I talked to Customs again yesterday to clarify this even more. So everything you send to us, unless it is used, gifted, or homemade, is susceptible to that tariff. And so it's 25% tariff, 15% surcharge, surtax, and then taxes and stuff on top of that. So it's really thrown a loop into our world because, a lot of stuff that keeps us going has come from all of you that send us stuff. And so now, that's not, there's just no way that we can, go over there and continue to buy stuff and pay all of that extra money on tariffs and taxes. It really has hurt us. Hey, Paul, how you doing, my
Paul
friend?
And Donna.
So, like I asked yesterday, what if someone sends us like a anniversary card or gift or a Christmas gift and it's homemade, there's cookies or pie or jams and jellies and things like that. Then the agent wasn't 100% sure, but he said that stuff there shouldn't be any issue with that. Then I said, well, what if they send us stuff? That's right, cash is king through PayPal. I said, so what if people from, let's say, Texas sent us something that they purchased there, and we pick it up at the post office in Holton and we come bring it through here? He said, then you have to, if it's new stuff off the shelf, whatever, then we're treating that just like you are the one that purchased it. And we have to see dollar amount, dollar value, and receipts so that, when you come in here, we can figure out how much you have to pay on it. So, yeah. And so it's kind of, it's devastating to us, because it just has eliminated our ability to go across the border and get stuff, and to receive stuff from you guys. It just really, really ruined it. Because we could go over there and buy like chicken, 99 cents a pound versus $5.99 a pound here in Canada. So we will be able to go over there and get a family pack of chicken thighs or drumsticks for like $2.99. But now, we went looking at some chicken yesterday because we were all out here in Canada, and the cheapest package of chicken we found was $25. So it's just not doable, not sustainable for us. Jennifer said, what is a box of stuff is sent directly to your Canadian address? Are they opening boxes and charging tariffs plus duty fees on that too? Yes, they will. They will look at what you have. Now, what happens if it's shipped to our Canadian address? If it's shipped within Canada to our address here in Canada, then there's no issue.
Right. It's only,
but if it's sent from American address to us here in Canada, and it has to come through customs and import, then what's going to happen is they will figure out what the fees and cost is, and when the Kipper snacks, one at a time, Jesse. and so they'll figure that out when it comes through and it clears customs. And then when the postman brings it here to us, he will have a bill for me that I will have to pay. And I've already faced this. And I had something come from Oregon, and they wanted $381. Tariffs, taxes, fees, and everything. And I didn't receive it. I told them, no, I'm not going to do that. Can't afford that. And so that's how it'll work. If something is shipped from the United States to us directly here in Canada, then when the postman delivers it here, I have to pay him those tariffs, taxes, and fees and import fees before he'll release that stuff to me. So, yeah, that's right, Paul. It's, it's very expensive. And what upsets us all of this stuff that's going on. And they're really not giving it too much concern at all. So, that's kind of the update, how the tariffs are affecting us and how it'll affect, what y'all want to send to us and everything. So our suggestion, and this is not us asking for anything, I'm simply saying, our suggestion is, if you want to send something, whatever that monetary value is, then send it through PayPal. Because then, for now anyway, they're not touching that. And so that still helps, and it still, supports and all those sort of things. But right now, this is all up in the air because of the government going back and forth and fighting over the tariffs and who's going to pay the most, and all that sort of thing. And so we needed to update everybody so that everybody knows, what is happening with stuff that is shipped to our Holton mailbox. Okay. So that is that. And Jesse is putting these links up. So there's a tariff-free PayPal. And here's make checks payable to me or Joni. So you do that. Don't make any checks payable to Creekside Maples or Chronicles. Make them out to our name. And then if you want to Zelle, you can do it that way as well. So that's kind of what's the update is on the tariffs and how it affects stuff coming to us. Anyway, so that being said,
any further questions, just feel free to contact us, to email us or whatever.
Yeah.
I see that Scotty and Karen, they had posted a while back that they were going to ship a box, but they just know now that they can't. It's going to be too expensive. And
yeah, that's what happens.
For us moving forward, we had planned to do meat chickens again. We probably wouldn't have done it so soon because just being on this land, trying to get our house finished and many other important things. But anyway, we're going to try our best to maybe try to do some meat birds.
Yeah.
And of course, our garden, getting that planted and going.
Yep. And we will, for us, a lot of you are already ahead on your gardens. We're not.
No.
We can't even plant.
No.
Until the end of May, first part of June.
We still have snow and
frost. Yeah. So we have all of that. But thank you, Karen. We appreciate that so much. But anyway, that is the update that everyone's been wondering about. So
and we did this mainly for the benefit of you all that didn't hear on Sunday.
And Paul brings up a very good point. I want to put that up there. Remember to use the friends and family when using PayPal, so that it goes easier, and then they don't take anything, basically out of it.
That is very, 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 very true, Paul.
Yeah. That being said, we are so happy to have some friends here with us. We're going to be bringing some folks up here. I think you will recognize this gentleman. And so
many of you will, and
some will, some won't.
Some maybe will not.
But they're making their what's a good way to put it? They're coming back strong on YouTube.
Strong, yes.
And they have got such a great story to tell.
Yes.
And I'm going to let them tell it. So let me see if I can add them to the stage.
We need to have a drum roll here.
Let's see here. And here we go. And can you hear me, Glenn?
I can. Yep.
All right. And we can hear you good. I hope everyone else can. So of course, we've been friends for quite some time, and they've followed our journey, have been great supporters of our channel. And of course, then their lives kind of took on a whole different direction for a while, and they've got a wonderful family. So Glenn, there's a lot on here that do know you, but a lot that don't. So first, why don't you introduce yourself, your family, and your channel, and just tell us a little bit about what's changed from where you were to where you are now. Okay, I'll let you take it. Go ahead.
So those who don't know me, my name's Glenn. Our channel is Gathered Together Homestead, and it's been probably, I think it was 2021, during the 2020 episode of COVID and all that happening, we kind of felt like the Lord was just leading us to live just a more, peaceful life, self-sufficient. More so at that time, we felt like it was more self-sufficiency than just the quiet life. So we moved and started a small homestead in Adrian, Missouri. And then we started homeschooling the boys when we first did that. And Jessica kind of got a little overwhelmed with that because obviously I still worked and had my job, and she was the one at home running the office for our business as well as trying to homeschool the boys. So got a little overwhelmed, ended up sending the kids back to school. And yeah, we just started our little homestead down there, and it was going well. And then we just kind of felt like YouTube was just taking over there for a little while. Like it wasn't so much, it was more so what we wanted, I think, at the time. And just felt like we needed to take a break. So I think we've been absent probably for about a year, a little over a year from our channel so much. We've posted a few shorts here and there, but nothing major, not really staying up with it. Since then, we have moved. So we've just felt like the Lord has just really kind of put us in a different path. So it's not so much the self-sufficiency, more as the, just leading a quiet life and raising our kids up in the way. So that's more of our focus on ourselves and our children. We have obviously the new baby now who's about 2 years old. So he's not so young anymore. Yeah. So he's kind of a handful now. But
yeah, you have 4 children?
We've got 4 boys. So, yep, all 4 boys. So Rhett is the youngest, and then Easton and Wyatt, and then Hunter. So out of the 4, Hunter, he's the only one that's still in public school currently, but I think he's actually decided that he wants to finish out homeschool, and he's a freshman in high school. So he's going to drop out and come back home to be homeschooled as well, I think, starting next year. And we're excited about it. It'll be kind of a bittersweet thing. We enjoy watching the kids play sports, and for him, the sports is over. I mean, when he stops, because they won't let homeschool kids play sports down here, even though the state of Missouri says they can. It's up to the school to have the final say. So his sports will be done. The younger ones, they can play rec league, but he's done with rec league. So we're excited to have him home and just kind of living that life with us a little bit more and getting away from all the hustle and bustle of school and everything that's involved there. So,
right.
But yeah, that's kind of our story. And
yeah, so you're still in Missouri.
Yeah, we're still in Adrian. The other house that we were in, the cabin that we were in over there, yes. We sold that and bought a place on a little bit more land that's more set up for having more animals and livestock, but also there's places for the boys to build houses. So that was our goal, was to be able to have a property that was large enough that they could all build on it if they wanted and everything, which we bought the house. Obviously it was a 114-year-old farmhouse that needed some updating and stuff. So we loaded that video here a while back of that whole process. It was a dirty, messy process, but it's done now. So but yeah, that was the reason we moved, was just so the boys could build with us and be here. So
here's the thing that I want everyone to understand is, first of all, Glenn and his family, they're precious people. They're God-fearing people. And we clicked right away because of so many things in common with being Christians and all that. And so we really appreciate that about your family, Glenn. We really do. And to everyone else, I know you all appreciate that. They need about 700 watch hours, and that will get them monetized. And I looked at that today. If 100 people spent one day watching all your content, that would give you basically what you need. That's not a huge feat. There's enough people on here that have channels and know people that can do this. And so that's really the miracle, if I'll say it that way, that we want to see happen through this tonight is it's multifaceted. Of course, we want everyone to meet you all and come to your channel and watch your videos and I tell you, everyone, they have a sweet family.
Yes.
I've got a video keyed up here on your house renovation. So we're going to take a peek at that in just a second. I want to say this about that video. I loved it for a lot of reasons.
Right.
But I also looked at it and thought, oh, great. Now this is going to give Joni 1,000 ideas that I'm going to have to do in our kitchen. So thanks a lot, Glenn. Appreciate that.
Yes, it's very nice.
Well, at least you don't have any lath and plaster to tear out and floors and subfloor. So
no. But yeah, I remember that old lath and plaster is nasty stuff because the house I grew up in, that's what it had for walls. And I remember pulling some of that out of there and then doing renovations on other homes throughout the years. And it's nasty stuff.
It's a dirty mess, but many hands made for quick work. So.
Yes,
I see that.
right.
I see that. Well, listen, let's do this.
Yes, Ann Dale says we're happy they're back.
Yes, for sure.
And hi, Rochelle. She's joining.
And everybody.
And Tuber Chat.
Thanks for coming in. So let's do this. I think I can get this to key up, I think. Let me remove this. Let me add this. And then we're going to go
isn't
here.
That beautiful.
And this is their homestay. Can you still hear me, Glenn?
Wow.
Yep, I can hear you.
So let me go here. And I'll be right back to there. There we go. Some pictures of their home pre-renovation and after renovation. This was obviously after renovation.
Yeah, that was all lath and plaster, and that was ages best.
There's the dining room area before, living room before, and I want everyone to see how much work was done. There we go. Young lad right at it.
Got to start helping me on Friday because obviously he was home, so he got to start the demo and tearing stuff apart.
Good. Looking fierce.
During this remodel in that kitchen ceiling there, we actually found about 70 to 80 letters from whoever it was. I think it was the wife of the original owner of the home. Yeah. And we found 50. I don't know. There was probably 70 letters in the ceiling there. Were love letters and stuff. They were written back in the early 60s.
Can you pull the music down?
There's the old lads, eh? Slats. There she is.
There's Jessica.
There's Bob. But look at all that, eh?
And you can really see how much the boys have grown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the first thing we noticed.
They're all right hard at it.
That.
Oh man.
This was all the first day demo right here.
Fine, Jeremy.
Oh really?
I found a sock with some stuff in it.
There's the letters you found.
That is so cool.
It wasn't a wad of cash. We looked.
I got a story about that I'll share here in a minute.
There's some letters.
Those were from the original owners?
Yeah, that was the original owners. I believe it was his wife. And unfortunately, they were, I think, affair letters written to somebody else. So, yeah.
Oh, no.
That's why they were hidden in the floor.
That was a mess. I didn't even do a lot of it.
Here's some help.
There's Rhett. That's the baby.
Yeah.
And that's Hunter.
Nope. Is this the oldest boy here?
This is my nephew.
Oh, your nephew.
Yeah.
Lots of help. Curious look there, boy.
Yeah, that first weekend we had, I think, we had probably 8 to 10 people at all times for those Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
That's Hunter right there.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did.
What a mess.
There's Jessica in the chat now joining. She's at soccer practice, so that's why she's not on here tonight.
Okay.
Well, we kind of sprung it on you. We got her lined up. No, I found this. I was waiting for someone to come right through that feeling.
Yes.
We sent the 2 lightweight guys up there to stomp it down.
That is some nasty. Jess just joined us from talking practice. Hey, Jess. There's the work crew.
Yeah, Paul, a stick of dynamite would have been quicker, but the finished product is really nice.
Yeah.
Come on, Wyatt. Get it.
Get it.
See, we didn't think about it ripping all that down right there until after the fact, but we were all upstairs tearing it down, and then it was all on the stairs and nobody could get down.
Oh, no.
So my brother, you'll see him standing in the middle of it trying to push it down the stairs.
There you go. Yeah, hindsight.
Yep.
Now she calls take it apart. Wow. What I love about it is seeing the whole family involved.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it was a big task for sure. I mean, her brother, her dad, my kids, my brother, my nephews. I mean, even a couple of the neighbor kids that come over and play with the boys, they came over to play and they were like, "Hey, can we help?" I'm like, "Yeah, grab a shovel."
Yeah. Yeah. Right down to the mud.
Yep, all the way down to this crawl space. We wanted to try and save those old hardwoods, but there was just no way. We had to do structural supports and everything. And
yeah, I can see the rod on the bottom sill plate there.
Surprisingly, it had very little rot.
Yeah.
For as old as the house was, I was really surprised. We didn't find any termites, active termites, nothing.
That's real good. It's usually those old homes you have to wedge a new sill plate in or something.
Yep, we did in a couple of spots, but it wasn't as bad as we were thinking we were going to get into.
Yeah. It's like an addition of this old home.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Almost makes you sick looking at it.
Oh, man. There he is. Bare feet, Dave.
Yep,
Bare
there's little man.
Had to do some leveling.
We did, and it's still not 100% level. You can still feel it, but we had to get it shored up because it was like a trampoline walking through the house. Everything just bounced and moved.
Yeah. Here he is. There he is.
That's so cute. The
I
bare
thought
feet.
that was so cool how we could even lift that. That's like a 3-pound
Are you
hammer.
helping?
He thinks everything is a hammer now. Even now that the house is finished, we've got little marks in the new drywall where he already beat on it.
The house is 114 years old. Look at that.
What are you doing?
Here he is. Banging now.
Brett. Quit.
Okay, I'll head up here then. I love the wood around the windows.
The awesome part about the YouTube channel too is just you get to it's like a memory book.
Yeah.
There's
Yes,
so
it
many
is.
memories in there on the videos and stuff with the
Yes.
kids when they were littler, and
I know, same thing here with us building this place. Right
Yeah.
from the very first shovel full of dirt that we dug out.
Yep. It's neat to be able to go back and look at it all.
There is. Yeah. It gives you a sense of pride too that you know, man, we've come a long way.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, that ceiling. That's what we're putting up here. Same ceiling.
Okay.
Oh, that's why because I never have my memories on YouTube. Some things you're trying to forget, Paul.
That's so cute right there. The little chubby
Little wide feet there. Yeah.
beside the little was it a nail or a screw?
Screw.
Before we bought this place too, everybody that looked at it, all the husbands loved the land, but the wives didn't. They didn't like the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my wife, she loved it the way it was, but we had to do some work on the floors, so it
Yeah.
turned into a big remodel.
Oh yeah, must do it all up once. Get it done. Love those doors.
And I don't know if you remember our black lab, the dog we had. So we actually lost Hero during this process. He passed away, but the upstairs carpet we had to replace because he'd gotten sick and go up there, and he'd end up using the restroom up there, and it got a mess. So, but we lost our lab, and so that was kind of a sad deal.
Yeah, we had to bury our Bella last December, and I understand. They're part of the family.
Yeah, Jessica says, not this wife. No, she
I
likes
see that. You really done a really nice job.
Beautiful.
It's like our daughter's design that. Some deer heads, gotta have those. All right, let me see.
Beautiful job.
Close that out there. And then we'll come back here. So great work, by the way.
So what we just watched, what was the time, the actual time frame we're talking?
From start to finish on the inside of the house was about 45 days.
Wow.
Only
Oh
45
my
days.
Lord.
Well, we were living in it, and it was like we had to get it done because it was just a mess living. You know, our kitchen was in the laundry room, mud room, everything was all there, so it made things really tough. We didn't actually have the stove or the refrigerator. We were kind of rolling it from room to room as we could go, and
yeah. Wow.
So, but yeah, 45 days was on the inside, and then we redid the whole outside of the house as well, put all new siding and stuff on it. So it was a pretty big undertaking, but the inside was the big deal to get done.
So how much wiring did you have to do in plumbing?
So the kitchen, the stairwell going upstairs, and those 2 bedrooms upstairs, those were the only rooms in the house that had not been rewired already. So when we bought it, they'd already they'd gutted like the living room area, and then the 2-story section of the house was added on. So it's only about 22, 23 years old. So there was a lot there done, but like I said, that bathroom, and then the kitchen, stairwell, and then the 2 bedrooms upstairs, we rewired all that and had to replumb the bathroom, and then ran all new water lines and stuff for the kitchen because it was actually 2 different waters coming in. So there was a water main that came in and fed the kitchen and that bathroom that we redid, and then they tied into the water main and came around and fed the new part of the house. So it had 2 different water deal mains coming into the house. We wanted to do away with all that and have it just on one. So we cut all that water, tied into the new part. So
well, you done great work. 45 days is
That's
an amazing thing, you know, and my hat is off to you for sure. I wish ours, we've been at it for 3 years, it seems like.
Almost 3.
Of course, I'm milling all of our lumber, and
I said we had a lot of help where you're doing a lot of yours
we
on
do
your own and cutting your own lumber and stuff. We're you know, we were fortunate enough to have people come and help us, quite a few, and then I hired out a lot of it as well because we had to get it done in a short amount of time before winter hit. So
for sure. Well, again, beautiful job. You know, you guys done great work there. Glad to see. I love seeing families work together.
That's right, and it's so commendable that's one of the main reasons that you wanted to move.
For sure. Hey, Johnny
was to have more room for your kids, and as they grow up, that they can, if they choose to, hopefully to want to live on that property and have their own place. That's so commendable.
So again, everybody, you know, go on over to Gather Together Homestead and subscribe to the channel. They've got great videos. They're a great family. It is really, really good. You know, channel, good people, salt of the earth people.
They have their priorities right.
Yes, for sure. And we're trying to they need 700 watch hours, and that's what we really want to help them with is run their videos, do it all week long, whatever you can do, just put them on and let them run so that they can get those watch hours, because that's what it's all about.
Right. And you're almost to 2,000 subs, I noticed.
Yeah.
We're getting close. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we can get you over that tonight, I'm sure. So
exactly. What are you currently at right now? Jessica, if she's on there, she can put it in maybe.
Say currently 1,922.
1922. So and again, when you go over, make sure don't just go over and hit the subscribe button. Watch something, leave a comment, give them that like, that thumbs up, because those are the things that the algorithm looks for. So that, you know, you can stay part of that channel. And I guarantee you this, you will not go wrong in subbing to this channel.
Thank you, Sandy. You've got a new sub right there. Sandy, Sandy Gibson. They are salt of the earth folks
they
too.
Are, you know. And so, you know, that's, you know, when we heard that you're coming back and when we start talking this week and stuff, you know, my brain instantly goes, okay, what can we do? You know, how can we help? Lacey just subbed as well.
Awesome.
So you have another one there.
Awesome.
You know, and so that's what we want. And share their channel out on your channels, you know, let your subscribers on your channels know that, hey, here's a beautiful family that we can help with watch hours and subs and all that sort of thing. So make sure that we do that and get them there this week so that they can. And we'll be checking. We want to make sure. So,
now, do y'all have any farm animals yet on your property?
Yeah, so we've still got goats.
You got goats.
We've got goats and chickens, and all the goats. We've got five does, and then we've got the buck, and then we've got a wether. And all the mamas are dropping babies right now. We've got 2 more still to go. So we've had four babies in the last 3 days, and they're cute as a button. They get to bounce around after about a day, but we've got 2 more. So I think we've got at least 3 more babies coming. One of them, she's got at least 2 in her. So, awesome. But we've got a dairy cow that is on the way. So we actually purchased her. She's still with the guy currently because he's got her with the bull to breed her back.
Okay, a
so
dairy.
she's got a calf on her side, and she's in milk, but he was going to get her bred back for us as well. So she'll come with the calf and bred.
Wow. So will this
avid
be
fisherman? Just got another sub there.
Yes.
So
the dairy cow, will this be something new for you all?
Yes.
Or have you done this before?
We've raised beef and stuff before, steers is for beef, but not actually dairy cattle. So this will be our first cow. She milks the goats and stuff. Jessica does. But we figure with the 4 boys, we go through a lot of milk. So, and they're not super crazy about the goat milk and with it, after about 4 days, it starts tasting a little bit goaty. So the cow's milk won't do that. The dairy won't. So, we're going to switch and get a dairy cow. I think she's still going to keep a couple of the goats because she likes her goats. So we're going to keep a couple of them.
Just to jump in here, Ginger from Not For Nothing Homestead just let us know that you do have an all playlist. So, and she just started playing it there. So there's going to be Ginger. There's going to be hours there. So
and Rochelle's
doing it as well.
Running the playlist. Thank you guys.
So all this will definitely help you out. So
well, we appreciate it greatly. And like I said, we just kind of figured we'd start ramping it back up. So the goal is to hopefully be able to keep myself home more because we'd like to be able to work from home together.
Right.
And not have me. I hate having to leave the house with the boys and her here. And I would just much rather be able to work from home. So we're trying to, YouTube's not going to 100% take care of that, but we've got other things that we're doing. She's making tallow face creams and stuff now and selling them on Etsy and stuff, and then some other things too. So
do you have merch? Do you have merch on Bonfire or anything like that?
Not currently, no.
Okay.
So I don't know if we'll end up doing that or not. We may. I know she's making the goat milk soap right now. She's making the tallow face cream, moisturizer cream. And then I think she's wanting to start here in the next month or so a healing salve that she's going to sell as well. So on Etsy and through our website, we do have our website up and running now. So you can order through there by email and stuff too. So,
and what is your website?
You had to ask. It's through Canva. So it's gathered. I think it's gathered together homestead.my.canva, I think.
And this is all on your About tab on your page? All of this info?
I don't know if that is.
Okay.
I'll see if Jessica, if she's still on there, I'll see if she can put the website there in the comments because since it's through Canva and it's free, you got to have the .my.canva. Whatever else it is. So I don't have it memorized just yet. She just set it up like 2 days ago. So
okay.
Well, lots of great content ahead for sure, especially with the milk cow coming.
Well, I think that renovation, if you put that out there as like a 45-day complete 114-year-old house renovation, I don't know if you time lapse that or not. Canadian Family Life is running your playlist as well. So that's 5 people.
Oh, I think a little more than 5 have said here tonight.
That right there that we know that has said so. Yeah. So, cha-ching, there comes the watch hours.
It'll happen. It'll
happen. You just have to shoot me a text, bud, when you get there. So let me know. We hit 700.
Definitely will.
And Jesse's got you running.
He says you're playing.
Ginger mentioned You have
Yeah,
a Harvest
that's
Right
Jesse.
affiliation too, do you?
Harvest
We
Right.
do. Yep.
Good.
That's good.
Yep.
Good.
That's good. So anyone got any questions for Glenn? Ask away, and he'll do his best to answer them. And then we have some other stuff we're going to go over tonight as well.
Well, how's
This
your
has been
weather
good.
right now?
Right now, it's beautiful outside. You know,
I was like, I didn't want to ask, is that your actual backyard or is that a green screen?
That's his
this
backyard.
is my backyard. So that's our
Oh
pond
man.
and stuff. So I'm actually sitting just outside of Jessica and I's master bedroom right now. So
Cool.
when you look out
Nice.
the door here, that's my view from our bedroom. So
Beautiful.
Jesse
Yeah,
asked if you're still doing roofing.
we are still doing some roofing. I sold the roofing company though, so we don't have, but I still work for them.
Okay.
They bought it and just have us hired on right now, have me
Okay.
hired on, and Jessica gets to do the homestead stuff. So
Okay. Okay.
Well, Zach Long
Is
is
that our son-in-law?
Son-in-law, and he is a carpenter.
okay.
So he said he just
subscribed. So.
yeah.
Perfect.
He
Yeah.
would be very interested in any of this reno stuff for
So
sure.
did the tornado come through at all close to you?
Not here, no. You know, we had a pretty good storm the other day, but it wasn't. We had snow the other night. It was like 80 degrees the day before, and then we planted the garden because we felt great and planted lettuce and planted our cabbage and broccoli and everything. And then we got rain, and it got 30 degrees, 29 degrees, and snowed on it, and it killed everything. So we're going to be replanting everything. So.
And now, where you're located,
See you, Ginger.
you're up a little more northern, Missouri.
We are about central western Missouri, so we're right on the Missouri-Kansas line almost.
Oh wow!
And we're just south of Kansas City, about 45 minutes.
Okay, so that would be kind of northwest of Joplin?
Yeah.
We are straight north of Joplin, about 2 hours.
Yeah. Okay. I think I know right where you're at because we used to go through there.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we lived in Joplin for almost 9 years. So, yeah, we know right where you're at there on that road up through there to Kansas City. So,
Sandy said David remembers you picking asparagus.
There you go.
Yeah, we don't have to pick the roadside asparagus now. When we bought this place, they actually had 2 asparagus beds here, so we've got fresh asparagus growing in the backyard now in the raised beds.
That was something I was going to ask. Is there anything neat that was already existing on the property?
So there's 2 barns that were here that are probably 130, 140 years old. One of them is actually the original homestead house to the property. So they lived in the middle of it, and then on the west side of it, they parked their horse and buggy, and on the other side of it was a lean-to off of it that had 3 milking stanchions in it. So unfortunately, they were not maintained very well. So we're actually getting ready to tear them down, both of them, because they're just unsafe. But you'll have hide and seek in them.
You'll have great marketable old barn boards there. I mean, people.
The guy that's taking them down for us, he's not charging anything. He's taking them down and cleaning up both sites, tearing out the old concrete foundations, rock foundations and stuff that are there, and hauling everything off. So I won't have any marketable lumber there, but he is cleaning it up completely for me so we can actually put up a usable shop. So,
and that's worth something to have it cleaned up and not costing you anything. So that's good. That's good for sure.
Now, is that Jessica's clothesline I'm seeing behind you?
It is. It was here.
That's what I want.
I try
Thanks
to get
a lot, Glenn. Another project.
That's what I want right there.
I try to get her to use it more than she does. So Jessica's dad, I don't know if you remember, Jessica's dad lived with us at the other house.
Yes.
We built him a house on this property. So he's here with us still, but his house is up on the front through the timber over here. He's up here, and his wife Nancy is actually here. The one from the Philippines that we were trying to get here. She was finally able to get here last June. So she lives up there. But when they were living here before we got their house done, because they were in this house with us, she would use that clothesline more than Jessica. So I know she's gonna be like ranting on me when she gets home, but she does use it now a little bit more. But it's just so nice because it saves so much on money as well, just because the dryer. I mean, that takes a lot of electricity to run a dryer.
Yeah, we don't even have a clothes dryer. We of course, we're totally off grid in solar. So for us, you have to make some trade-offs to do that. So
Right.
and she says, I have more clothes to dry.
Well, yes, she's got 4 kids.
She does. She has 4 kids.
That's it. That's a lot of
so
clothes.
that's a lot of work.
4 kids and 5, I guess, if you count me. So
there you go. Yeah. Well, she's almost got you raised up. So, she's working on the other 4, I'm sure.
But yeah, the barns, they were pretty neat. I mean, there's the raised beds that were here already. The clothesline was here. There's a pecan grove back over here on the other side of the pond as well. And the guy that actually built the garage here, that lived here before the people we bought it from, his daughter brought him by. I don't know. I don't remember if it was during the remodel or right around that time.
Yeah.
Brought him by because he wanted to see the garage. I mean, he's 99 years old, I think. Brought him by out of the nursing home and let him see. And he was all in his right mind. Still remembered everything and was telling us about the pecan trees that he planted and the garage that he built. And then he told us there's an oil well down here in the pasture, and I found it. The hole's drilled. It's but never been tapped.
Is it dry or is there oil in that thing?
It was never tapped. He said that he didn't want to let him do it because the company wanted 24-hour access to his property and wanted to put a road down to the middle of the field. So he never let him do it. So I've tried to look into it, but can't get it to seem anybody want to come out and look at it. So I'm just going to leave it be, I think. So,
well, It sounds like you guys are on the right road there, and everything's been working well for you. And, it's just great to see a young family working together,
absolutely
making progress, because that's really what it's all about. When it's all said and done, looking back and saying, as a family, we did this. As a family, we accomplished some things, and it's the memories we build together as families. And I think you guys are doing a great job there. It's amazing. That house is beautiful. Your property's beautiful. So someday maybe we'll have to swing through and say howdy. You never know. So
well, we would enjoy it. So
well, listen, Glenn, we've got some other stuff we're going to go over here, and I know you are racing to get here. Because our time frame is so different than everyone else's. There's hours, I think you guys are 2 hours different or something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking 7, and you text me about 5 till 6, and I'm still waiting on Hunter to get done with baseball an hour late. So.
Yeah, but that's all right because we had some other stuff we had to go over. But I want you to know that we're behind you all the way. And we'll be praying for you guys for sure. You guys are amazing folks. And
if we can do anything else to help out,
we will for sure. And periodically we'll just, maybe have you back on an update when you hit the 700 or something like that, and then get to that all monetized place and everything. But just know that there's a lot of people going to be watching your videos over the next few days. And that should give you a really, really good boost there. So
we appreciate it. And it was good seeing you guys again. And
thank you. You guys were really good to us. When we first moved here and we're trying to raise funds for the land and all that, you guys are awesome. So, it's the least we can do is try to, return some of the kindness that you've shown to us. So we really, really do appreciate it. And
we appreciate it.
Yeah. So listen, greet all your family for us.
Maybe next time we can have Jessica on here.
Yeah. You never know. And so God bless you, and just keep the faith, love each other. And I know you do. And just keep moving forward, even through the hard times. God's still great all the time. So
yes, he is.
God bless to all of you guys. And so I don't even know how to drop this thing down to a full screen again, but I'm going to do that because I don't know if Jesse is still here. I know that there's other lives going on and stuff. And so if he's still available, I wanted him to come on for a few minutes. We was going to talk about the meetup in Oklahoma. And that's something I don't know if you guys know about, but there is a Lake Tenkiller meetup in Oklahoma that's coming right up as well. So Jesse, if you are available, I know you had to check out there and go do some stuff, but if you are available, if you want to pop in the basement real quick, I'll bring you up. And Glenn, God bless you guys, and we'll see you guys on the flip side. All right, man?
Take care.
All right. God bless you. Take care now. All right, that
All
was
right.
awesome.
Yes.
So,
I can't believe they did that in 45
oh,
days. That's a lot
yeah,
of
he's
work.
modding on 4 other channels, Jesse or Lisa said, and I knew that he had a bunch of stuff that he had to do there.
Mhm.
And I get that. So,
Yep.
and I, you know, I know I asked him to come up. That's on me. That I didn't give him that opportunity. So Jesse, don't be upset with me, man. I love you, bro. But yeah, so like,
thank you everyone tonight who went over and subbed to Gather Together.
yeah,
I know a lot of you already knew them from before and you were still subbed. But for all the new folks, thank you.
yeah,
I know
and
they really appreciate
they
it.
did, and they're great folks.
They are.
You can't go wrong with those folks. They're really good folks. So anyhow, don't forget the Lake
10
Killer
Killer.
YouTube meetup.
Yes.
Okay, for this year,
Next month.
Next month, and it's I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I know Johnny was on here earlier. Hey, no problem.
You're welcome.
Guys, you're just
welcome,
awesome.
Jessica.
But anyhow, so perhaps another time we'll have them on and talk about that. We're just trying to, get everybody together and working together. And these meetups are, what I really think these meetups are really good for camaraderie, for just simply hanging out and meet and greet and just finding out everybody's name and who they are and their life story a little bit, and just good food, getting to know each other. That's all good stuff,
Amen.
And for us, we thank you for your support of us, for our channel, all that you guys do for us, everything that you've helped us with. We're here because of this community, and we know it, and we're forever indebted to each and every one for all that you do for us. And so I do know, again, there's lots of other channels that are out there that are on right now. And so we're going to get out of the way so y'all can go and do other stuff with all of them. And we're going to say thank you. It's been a great night. Thanks for joining into our live tonight.
Yes,
God bless you
so much.
And we will see you all back here. Don't forget Sunday, Creekside Chronicles. Last I looked, we were 2 subscribers away on Creekside Chronicles.
And you're working on another 300 video for this channel, aren't you?
Yeah, I have a video that's about ready to be released. So God bless you. We'll see you all. Take care, and thanks for stopping by. Good night, everybody.
Good night.